From the Pellegrini Sports Complex in Malvern, Pennsylvania, the Sports Fanbase Network is proud to present Malvern Prep Lacrosse. This afternoon, the Friars take on the Explorers of LaSalle College High School. Hi again, everybody. My name is Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon, our final Malvern Prep broadcast of the season, as the Friars come in winners of 7 straight, sporting a 12-5 record. Number 2, according to the latest PhillyLacrosse.com poll. Last game for them was back on Friday, an 11-6 win over Penn Charter. While for LaSalle, solid season for them. They've won 5 in a row. They are 12-4 on the year. They are ranked number 14, according to that same PhillyLacrosse.com poll. Last game for them was back on Thursday, a blowout over Archbishop Carroll by a final score of 18-2. These two teams seem to meet every year, as last year it was an 8-4 win for Malvern Prep. They've had a very impressive run, meaning Malvern Prep, here at home. Again, they take on all comers. They went up to Garden City, Long Island. They took on Salesianum here. They took on a team, Everest Academy from Canada, so they are not afraid to face the top competition, and they have won and won big over a lot of that competition. So it will be very interesting to see how Malvern and LaSalle will lock up here this afternoon. As we mentioned, this is our final Malvern Prep broadcast of the season, but keep an eye out. The Interact playoffs are coming up. They'll start on Tuesday, but we will have the semifinals next Friday, and the finals on May 21st. We'll come to you from Cabrini University over in Radnor, and glad to do it. Looking forward to that action. So keep an eye out on social media as far as our broadcast times and as far as who the combatants will be in the Interact playoffs. It looks like we're just about ready to get this game started. As in goal for the Malvern Prep Friars is a senior from Paoli, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina commit William Pettit. While in goal for the Explorers is also a senior. It's Christian Suter. It is Malvern Prep in the white. LaSalle is in the blue. LaSalle coached by William Leahy. Defensive coordinator is Anthony Resch, the former Philadelphia Wings and Barrage coach. Also played for the Wings. John McAvoy, the head coach for Malvern Prep, is just about ready to go. Big season this year for Rowan Cavahaga Almonte in the face-off X. As in this one, he will take on John Giuliani, the senior. We're underway, and LaSalle has possession. Taken here by Christopher Makaitis. Fights through a double team and has some room, but good defensive work on the switch. And dumps it back for X as Daniel Malley comes up with it. And the Explorers will get the first chance offensively. Number of commits for both teams. For LaSalle, Zachary Core, number 3, has it on the far side. He's heading to Drexel, so he'll stay somewhat local. Shane Osborne, he's not. He's going to Denver. And just underway here in Malvern, Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for tuning in. Zachary Core, it's all work to the outside. Shane Osborne once again. And pretty good ball movement, not really letting Malvern Prep really settle down. But Malvern Prep, as per usual, stretching out the D. They're not sitting inside the old restraining box. See, here's Lasses. Vandergrift. That's William Vandergrift. He's a junior. Moving with the left hand, spins to his right. Trying to power his way out in front. Instead, dumps it on back here for Grant Pinno. No shot clock in the high school games. I'll certainly keep an eye on any stall warnings. But all season long, we haven't had any. All teams have done a good job of keeping the offensive pressure on. Grant Pinno, wearing 15 for LaSalle, has it now, being looked at by Timothy Mitchell. They'll switch it up. Mitchell will go to the front of the cage. Still possession here from Grant Pinno. Shane Osborne, and all the way back up top for William Vandergrift. Looked back tightly there by Colin Houston. Correction, it's Sean Rushton. Back behind it, X. Trying to find some room. Very patient offense. Jump shot scores. Shane Osborne finally was able to break through for LaSalle. 10:08 to go in the first, and it's 1-0. Very patient offensive set there for LaSalle. Again, they won the opening faceoff and held control of the ball for just about 2 minutes. Certainly didn't lull Malvern into sleep there. They just finally worked it around enough times, found the room in front, Good individual effort there from Shane Osborne. So 1-0 LaSalle. And we'll have our second draw of the day. LaSalle leading that category. Well, 1-0. They're the only team that's had any offensive possession. We'll have an infraction, and it will go against LaSalle. So Malvern will get their first opportunity. So here's William Payton. Wearing 12, dumps it on back down for Nicholas Potemski. Interesting to see how LaSalle will play defensively. They'll a little bit more bunched up, at least from very early view. So here's Potemski trying to get out in front. So we'll bring a number of hacks from Benjamin Rivera, the future Fairfield Stag. Moving up, here's Civitella. And worked over now for Colin Houston. Houston trying to sweep his way to the right. Can't get his hands free. Stops, absorbs some pressure. And dumps it back down for Payton. Low pass, ball down. A little bit of a shove there. Legally done, though, by Chase Rondo. And here comes the push from LaSalle. Burying his head, trying to get a shot up, and he scores! Christopher Makaitis makes it 2-0. Quick turnover and a great response on the fast break for LaSalle. Makaitis, the UMass commit, makes it 2-0 LaSalle. 9:08 left to go here in the first. So for the first time, at least in the games that I've covered, Malvern Prep is under some pressure here at home. Big draw coming up here. All the pressure put on by LaSalle. They'll win, seemingly win another draw, but it actually will be a loose ball push, and it will be LaSalle possession. So here's Zachary Core on the far side with possession. Dumps it back to X. Shane Osborne looking for any cutters and said he'll take it around. Far side Core. And back up for Vandegift. Nice look up ahead. Thought about the shot, instead dumps it back behind at X here for Malley. Daniel Malley, Jr., trying to fight through a couple of good stick checks. And back down for Vandegrift. Sweeps to the left. Nice stutter step, looking for help out in front. Trying to go to the right, but nice switch there for Dylan Trainer. Now goes to his left. Thought about the shot, dumps back behind at X. Osborne ball down, gets it right back. Malley. And back up top now for Vandegrift. Being looked at very tightly by William Carlini. Far side now for Zachary Core. Very patient once again, all the Explorers leading 2-0. Malley. Now for Pino. Pino. Not much of an angle. Decides to circle away from Stostek. Correction defensively, that was Jake Brownlee, 40, not 10. So here's Malley. Being forced back out of the restraining box. But right back in he goes against William Carlini. Now Carlini switches off with Brownlee. Low pass scooped up well, though, by Vandegrift. The lone turnover of the game by Malvern Prep was just that, a low pass that was unable to be controlled. It turned into a fast break opportunity, and it worked. Core. Now Velazquez gets away all the way to the center line, but saving it is Vandegrift. And LaSalle keeps up possession. 7:13 to go, first quarter, 2-0. In favor of LaSalle, Shane Osborne, Christopher Makaitis. As you can hear, a breezy day. We're inside a booth and it's breezy. Imagine how it is out there. Now mid-60s, cloudy as you can see. Goal line extended, low shot, and he scores! Shane Osborne just powered in, goal line extended, and shoveled it home for his second of the game. 6:51 to go here in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Explorers. So LaSalle coming out very strong. Another draw coming up. Cabahagamante against John Giuliani. Well, quick whistle, and it's going to be LaSalle, a Malvern Prep possession. LaSalle might have jumped the gun there. So change is being made as Sostek gets it across for Payton. Haven't seen a goaltender save yet. All 3 shots made by LaSalle. Haven't even seen a backup play. Evan Waite wearing 11. All the way back up top now for Jack Jogerst. Going to his right. Returns it over for Waite. Goes to his left hand. No room there. He's pushed away by Chase Rondo. Will Payton. Back behind the net. Gets the pick. Trying to get around the cage. Good job staying with him, though, by Kurt Wessner. All the way back up top for Jogerst. And now Sostek trying to sweep to his right. Or correction, his left. All right. Nice look out in front. Not much for an angle. Shot is blocked, but it is backed up. Colin McGill tried to go low with the bounce shot, but spiked it off a defender. I believe getting in the way of that one was Shane Castle. So it stays Malvern Prep ball, 3-0 in favor of LaSalle. Potemski trying to isolate back behind, gets around, jumps, fires, and scores! Thought it might have been the outside of the net, but Potemski, the sophomore from Perkiomenville, gets Malvern Prep on the board. It's 3-1 LaSalle. Good individual effort there from Potemski. One thing we haven't seen in the 4 goals is a legitimate assist. Both teams have been looking for cutters from X. Not really happening, so again, a lot of it has been coming the other way as a nice face-off win for Cabacamonte. Quick break, shot comes in, and a save there by Suter. Flashed out the right leg, and then now into his cross. So a quick face-off win for Rowan Cabacamonte. And a nice little break into the zone. But they could not convert. LaSalle gets over the center line. Push to the outside, flags fly. Think they're going to go with a penalty on that one, maybe a cross-check. Got it a little bit high. Now they may be picking up the flag. Let's see. Oh, wow. So it would have been a flag, but timeout called by LaSalle. So tough break there for the Explorers. 5:17 left to go here in the first quarter. It's 3-1 in favor of LaSalle College High School. And we remind you that you can spend your summer with Malvern Prep. Malvern offers a variety of sports camps for all skill levels, led by Malvern coaches. For more information and to register, visit malvernprep.org/summer. That's malvernprep.org/summer. Again, also another quick reminder, although this is our last Malvern Prep broadcast of the year, make sure you tune in next Friday, a week from this coming Friday. We'll have the semifinals of the Interact right here on the Sports Fanbase Network, which will come to you from Cabrini University over in Radnor, Pennsylvania. It's a 5 p.m. start for Game 1. Should be about 7 o'clock for Game 2. And then the following Tuesday, which will be on May 21st, we'll have the championship game again from Cabrini. So make sure you tune in here to the Sports Fanbase Network. So timeout called by LaSalle. I think they may have recognized a change defensively for Malvern Prep. Maybe just a change in momentum, so I wanted to slow that down. So we're back underway. Shane Osborne already has a couple of goals, has possession. Goal line extended near side. Kyle Cullen. Looked at there by Ryan Iacone. Tries the far side. They work it all the way around. Back behind here for Daniel Malley. Malley for Core for Cullen. Trying to isolate here against Iacone. Goes to his right. Forced to dump it back for Mark Huntley. Being met there by Cooper Frankenheimer. Now they have room. Left-handed shot save by Pettit. Right into the right-handed goaltender's wheelhouse. Right at the knee. Got to really fool the goaltender to get it past him there. So they get over the center line. And both goaltenders now picked up saves. Bit of a double team, but spinning away from that, Ryan Iacone. And back now for Colin Houston. Houston now for Lotz. Fresh off the bench, and a nice check was Christopher Makaitis. Kind of a blind substitution there. Possible fast break for the Explorers, but Daniel Malley will smartly slow it down. Good transition D from Malvern Prep. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3-1 LaSalle. Makaitis has a goal in this one already. Kyle Cullen. Makaitis looks like he's going to come off. Here's sidebar Huntley. Sophomore midi. Back now for Foster. And now Huntley again. Huntley looked at by Carlini. Stays with him. Chases him back behind. Huntley back behind at X, looking for Cutters. Spins away from Carlini. No help there. Dumps it on back for Cullen. Cullen tries the other side. Ball down. Caused turnover. And picked up by Timothy Mitchell. Great job defensively. Mitchell heading to Notre Dame, the ACC runner-up. So here's Payton. Trying to get something quick going, but transition D solid here from LaSalle. 2:50 to go in the first. Still 3-1 LaSalle. Goal line extended. Potemski has the lone goal. But instead, it works all the way back for Civitella. Near side for Houston. Houston with an isolation. Gets away from Castle. Tries the far side for Evan Lotz. Spins to his left. Griffin Zobel, wearing number 8, stays with him. Potemski back behind at X. Looking to find some room. Has Houston with him. Gives it to him. And all the way back up top now for Civitella. Trying to power his way through. A couple of high pushes from Robert Foster. Now here's Houston. Draws right into the double team, but peels away. 2:04 left to go in the first. Evan Lotz trying to find room here against Griffin Zoe. The long stick way away from his cage. Goes to his left. No angle. Tries it anyway off the pipe. It's still loose and finally picked up by Rondo. And LaSalle will try to get a fast break going. Couple of stutter step moves here by Kurt Westner. But then he is met by Sean Rushton. Gets away from him, gets away from another. Tries to take the shot, and he bounces it high. It is backed up by LaSalle. Would have been better served to switch to his right hand. But may not have that in his repertoire. But still a nice opportunity. Love when the long stickers like to get a shot from, say, within 20 or 15 to 20 yards. So here's Osborne. 1:15 left to go in the first. Still 3-1 in favor of LaSalle. 2 for Shane Osborne, 1 for Christopher Makaitis. Nicholas Potemski, the lone goal for the Friars. Foster, pushed away by Matthew Irvine. Forced back behind the X. Little spin move to see if he was overcommitting. Good job to stay with him, though. Vandergrift, back behind the X. And no Cutters, comes out in front. Save by Pettit. No fake high, just went low, trying to go between the legs. Good job getting the stick down, though, by Pettit, the future Tar Heel. Now a break in here by Rushton, the long sticker. Across for Irvine. Near side shot, and he scores! Colin McGill able to pick the far side corner low. And with 34.9 seconds to go in the first, it's now 3-2 LaSalle. Very well executed fast break for Malvern Prep. Rushton had a really nice look, but eventually worked over to Colin McGill. And the sophomore from Collegeville made no mistake. So 2-goal run here for the Friars after LaSalle took a 3-0 lead very early on. A lot of jockeying on the far side. Finally scooped up, no possession yet, but whistle blows. And it will be Malvern Prep ball. Actually, no, LaSalle ball. So draws are even at 3 apiece. And the Friars have it back behind. Or actually, LaSalle has it back behind at X. Osborne, who has 2 goals on the game, being forced away by Jackson Powers. Back behind here, Core. Core trying to power his way out in front. Knocked down, ball down, picked up, though, by LaSalle. Turnaround shot And that goes wide by Kyle Cullen, but backed up, and it'll stay Explorer ball. Oh, nice deflection and scoop up there by Jackson Powers, and that will end the quarter. After 12 minutes of play, it's LaSalle 3, Malvern Prep 2. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment as you're watching the Sports Fanbase Network.
Welcome to Granite Run Buick GMC. Here's what some of our customers have to say.
It's more of a family atmosphere here.
Thank you, Granite Run.
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 If you're in the market for a new car or truck, do what I did. Go see my friend Ryan Irish and his team at Granite Run Buick GMC. These guys are the best.
And that's why we welcome you to Granite Run.
Visit us in person or online at graniterun.com.
Fans, Malvern Prep offers day camps, sports camps, and summer courses for boys and girls on our beautiful 103-acre campus. Our camps are designed to help your child get ahead, try out a new sport, and make new friends, all while having fun. Lunch is included for sports and day camps. Before and after care is also available. For more information and to register, visit malvernprep.org/summer. Now to start the second quarter. 5 goals have been put in, 3 by LaSalle, 2 by Malvern Prep. On a cloudy but pretty seasonable day, 69 degrees to start things off. Not anticipating any precipitation. That's always good news. As we've switched sides, it is LaSalle in the blue, Malvern Prep in the white. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us for our final Malvern Prep broadcast of the season. Face-offs even at 3 apiece, but not for long as Malvern Prep controls, but Cabo Almonte into a triple team, keeps up the pressure, keeps up the possession, and dumps it over for Houston. Great work by Almonte. Now here's Rushton. Thought about going out in front, said dump back behind the cage. Potemski had the first goal of the game for Malvern Prep. The other one belongs to Colin McGill for LaSalle. 2 by Shane Osborne, 1 for Christopher Makaitis. Many substitutions for Malvern Prep. Cade Zostak, he's heading to Penn State in a couple of years. He's a junior. Sweeps to his right, or his left, rather. Now tries to force his way in, but pushed away by Griffin Zobel. All the way back up top for Waite, and then he tries the far side. Trying to power his way through his Jogerst. Met there, though, by Shane Castle. So here's Payton back behind. Low pass by Zostak. I think he wanted to come in and fire, but again, that low pass forced him to just make sure that he had possession. Sweep to the left. Shot comes in and he scores. Evan Waite with a rocket. 10:49 to go in the second. We're tied at 3. I think he just caught the keeper Suter. Thinking bounce pass, so the cross kind of went down just enough, just a little bit. Normally those high-level shots, especially on the run, they're not going to have a whole lot of power on them. You can't really step into them, especially when you're sweeping to your left or right. He found a way to put enough on it and fool the goalkeeper. So tied up at 3, brand new game. Draw still down. Big battle 3-on-3. And it'll be a push. It will be Malvern Prep ball. So loose ball push. And that's a tough break there for Giuliani and his Explorers because he had the face-off won pretty cleanly, just couldn't scoop up the ground ball. So a chance for the Friars to get their first lead of the game. So here's Evan Lotz. Low pass for Houston, but no pressure on him. Back for Lotz. Explorers really chasing to the outside, but Lotz able to get through a check. Now cuts wide, dumps it back behind an X. So here's Potemski. Couple on the crease, but they all scamper away. Houston tries to spin, but can't get his hands free. Back now for Civitella. Well, it was about 20 yards shy of the restraining box. Now powers his way in, sweeps to the right, dumps it off for Houston. Tries the near side. Wanting to fire it was Lotz. Instead, he's forced back. I like what Malvern Prep's trying to do, but defensive switches are really working well for LaSalle. So here's Potemski back behind an X. Drops it for Will Payton. Fakes far side, comes near side. Staying with him the whole way is Benjamin Rivera. Now a little double team. Defensive switch as well. Potemski back behind. He slows it down a bit. And if you hear other whistles, there are other activities going on around, including the JV game. That's probably what we're hearing. Far side, Colin McGill. Got two behind at X, and Payton's one of them. He has possession. He'll now isolate back behind against Jack Pilling. Defensive midi, way back behind. Had Houston cutting. Now gets it to him. Dumps it off the pipe. Another try, and that's blocked in front as Colin McGill tried to go low. Loose ball picked up by LaSalle. So good offensive set for Malvern Prep. They tried to take the lead. A lot of trouble with the clear here. Good pressure on the ride. Houston forces man away. Pilling can't quite get over the center line. Finally dumped up ahead. Whistle blows, and it looks like it will be a LaSalle timeout. Let's confirm that if we can. But the bottom line is timeout is called. Play stop with 8:37 left to go here in the second quarter. By the way, we can see the scoreboard on the JV game. We assume the JV game. Not sure who they're playing. Most likely LaSalle. Will report that Malvern Prep is leading 4-0. So those who are JV fans now have your score update. By the way, it's also, I think it's senior day for the baseball team, so congratulations to the seniors over there. Unfortunately, can't see the scoreboard in the baseball field. But right here on the main stadium, here at the Pellegrini Sports Complex. Great final home game so far. It's fun to watch. Very tightly contested 3-3 game. Something Malvern Prep isn't quite used to. In the games that I know I've covered, I don't think any game was as close as, say, 6 or 7 goals. We've got a couple of blowouts. But again, that's coming against some pretty high-level competition. We mentioned during the pregame that they took on Salesianum, usually Delaware's top team. I think they are still Delaware's top team. They beat up on the Sallies. They have taken care of business against just about everybody. A pretty big timeout call there by LaSalle. It's their second of the half. I think they recognized there was a little bit of trouble getting over the center line. So why not slow it down, make it a lot easier instead of getting an infraction against you and giving up the ball. Game started off with LaSalle taking care of business in the faceoff dot, winning 2 out of the first 3 faceoffs. But now, in this second quarter, Malvern Prep has won the only 2 draws. And now LaSalle restarts play as they get easily over the center line. Vandergrift, wearing number 7 for LaSalle. Back now for Grant Pinto. Vandergrift once again. As per usual this year, at least the games that I've seen from Malvern Prep, they really extend their defensive middies. Not afraid to go outside and chase. Timothy Mitchell wearing 25 doing so. Back now for Grant Pinto. Long stick midi there. Actually, Michael Buono, who's listed as a defenseman. But he's playing the long stick midi position right now. So 4 long sticks for the Friars right now. Looping pass over for Pinto. Again, those looping passes very dangerous. Easily picked off, and just like a wide receiver coming over the middle, don't want to leave him exposed to a body check. LaSalle possession. Daniel Malley back now for Mason Lazis. Sweeps to his right. Nice force away there by Cooper Frankenheimer. Zachary Core, future Drexel Dragon, next fall rather, but he'll play next spring. Core all the way around, back now for Vandegrift. Chasing way outside Timothy Mitchell, kind of daring him to fake him out and turn it into a fast break. But again, this is something that the Friars are very good at. They're very quick, and they stay with him. Sweeping to the right as Vandegrift stops, spins away from a check. Trying to get his hands free, lost his footing. Ball down and controlled here by Malvern Prep. Max Jogerst slows it down, dumps it all the way across for Cooper Frankenheimer. And now Jackson Powers with the long stick. He'll get over the center line. Little 4-on-3. But a good job by LaSalle to avoid the fast break against. Evan Lotz. 6:20 to go here in the second. Tied up at 3. Watts gets it back over for Houston. Houston, for the most part, quarterbacking these plays. Tries the near side. Not much of an angle there for Civitella. Tries the head fake. Doesn't work. Civitella back for Houston. Civitella once again. Back down for Houston. Tries to get in front for McGill. McGill spins, trying to get to the crease, bounces and scores! Flag flies after the goal. Referees confer. Goal confirmed. 5:50 to go in the second. It's 4-3 Malvern Prep. So for McGill, that's his second of the game. I believe they're going to pick up the flag, so it wasn't after the goal, it was during. But a 4-goal run for the Friars gives them the 4-3 lead. So once again, in the face-off X, it'll be John Giuliani for LaSalle. Rowan Cabagamante for Malvern Prep. It's been a nice battle so far, led by Malvern Prep. Ball down, sticks down. Rushton with the win, or with the loose ball pickup. Back now, Potemski. And he'll go goal line extended. Stutter steps his way back behind at X, and he'll start up the offense. Reverses now for Civitella. All the way back for Zostek. And over for Civitella to the near side. Lotz tries to move his way in. Takes a shot, and it's kicked away by Suter. Backed up, though, by Malvern Prep. You're giving that much daylight in front of you to the cage. Take it every single time. You know, the angle wasn't excellent. Trying to come around Potemski. Good defensive work by Kurt Wessner. Future Red Fox at Marist College up in Poughkeepsie, New York. Easy for me to say. Zostek. Powers to his right. Met there. But going down, Makaitis now tries to cut out in front, up back behind an X, but actually out of his cross. See if they call this a shot. They're going to call it a shot because it is going to be Malvern Prep ball in the backup. I don't think LaSalle agrees with that assessment. Can hear their coaching staff bark it out. Nope, there's no way that's a shot. Well, officials are going to get together on this. That might be the toughest job for a lacrosse official, is to decide what's a shot and what's a pass. Again, not easy. But it will stay Malvern Prep ball. Again, they lead 4-3. 4:30 left to go here in the second quarter. Civitella, right up the middle, has room. Dumps near side, Lotz. Oh, good switch. As he's forced away by Griffin Zobel. The defensive acumen to know when to pull off that switch. You don't want to do it too soon. You find yourself all alone. You don't want to do it late, because obviously you won't be able to pick up the play. Pass over, gets away from Zostek, and it'll be LaSalle ball. So an unforced error. Second time we've seen that from Malvern Prep. First time it led directly to a goal on a fast break. At least this time, Malvern Prep could set up the ride. Makaitis, very deep in his own zone. Falls down, ball down. Nice check as Payton shoves him down, and Potemski gets the ground ball. Potemski towards the crease. Returned across. Shot comes and they score! Great look over for Cade Sostak. 3:42 to go in the second. It's now 5-3 Malvern Prep. The junior is heading to Penn State in a couple of years. Just kind of found a spot far side of the crease, right on the post. And the CT turns into a goal, and a 2-goal lead for Malvern Prep, a 5-goal run. Malvern Prep has won 3 straight draws, and that make it 4. Clean win by Almonte. Near side, Payton. And he'll slow it down for Irvine. Irvine more of a defensive midi, so he may just rack some time and then come off. It's exactly what he does. Jogers for Houston, and substitutions now completed. Here's Evan Waite. Stutter steps to his left, spins to his right, takes a shot, and he scores! Surprise shot from 15 yards out for Evan Waite. Second goal of the game. It's now 6-3 Malvern Prep. And we've seen it throughout most of this game where actually both teams, but more so Malvern Prep, very patient on the outside. Then they'll eventually strike. This one was, you know what? Let's try a different wrinkle of our offense. As Waite backed his way in, just spun around and fired it low, and Christian Suter didn't seem ready. So a 6-goal run for Malvern Prep. Another face-off, and Cabo Almonte wins it again. Dumps it off for Payton. A little bit of a bounce, but he corrals it well. That's 7 straight draw wins for Malvern Prep. They've won all 5 face-offs in this second quarter. So a bit of a slow start for Cabo Almonte, but certainly someone to keep an eye on in the next couple of years. He's heading to Lehigh. And the good news for Malvern Prep is that he's just a junior. He'll get another year of his services. Jack Jogers on the far side. Draws the double team. Nice switch as Zobel got the push. Side of the cage, McGill. Out in front. Shot that goes wide, but backed up by McGill. 2:26 to go here in the first half. And controlled here by Jogers. Now here's Evan Waite. Pushed away by Pilling. Back behind it, X. Payton comes out in front, takes a shot, he scores! Flag flies after the goal. But Payton allowed to move all the way around and makes it a 7-3 game. So not only does Malvern Prep get the goal, they go to the man up for a minute. So a chance to add to the lead. There'll be no draw because of the penalty. And a timeout will be called by Malvern Prep. Interesting time to call the timeout again, set up the man up, and you know what? Try to pull away late in this second quarter. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment as you're watching the Sports Fan Base Network.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
.212 to go in the second quarter. 7-goal run for Malvern Prep. They lead 7-3. Timeout called by the Friars as they're about to go on the man up for the first time in this game. There'll be no draw. This is directly after their 7th goal. Scored by Will Payton. So starting off with possession, pretty much the center line is Potemski's. He'll take it up, and again, the man up begins. Back now, Potemski. 6-on-5. Nice switch. Thought about the pass out in front, but it's intercepted by Benjamin Rivera. And he should be able to, well, he'll try to kill the rest of the man down situation. All the way across the near side for Westner. Expect Malvern Prep to be aggressive on the ride, but Westner does a great job going right up the middle. Westner moves in, fires, save! Nice stop by Pettit. Flag flies, and it looks like it may be against Malvern Prep, so that would do it for the man up. The signal we see is cross-check. Let's see if we can get a little confirmation here. Well, that's a nice turnaround of events for LaSalle. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a save or off the post. The way that Pettit reacted looked like it was very close to his cross. So it will be a cross-check. And wait a second. It looks like it's actually against LaSalle. It is. So now it's a two-man advantage. And that'll be for the next 12 seconds or so. Well, that's intriguing. 6-on-4 now. Not a lot of time left in that situation, though, for Malvern Prep to work. Jump shot. Nice save by Suter. And that'll kill at least one of the penalties. And it does. LaSalle still man down, though, for the next 40 seconds or so. They'll just heave it down. This will be intercepted. As Jake Brownlee got the big cross in the way of it. Gets over the center line. But it will be offside against Malvern Prep, and it will be LaSalle ball. So unforced turnover there. And a chance here for LaSalle to kill the rest of the man-up situation, which has about 15 seconds left. Daniel Malley. Again, LaSalle down a man. They would love to score one late once they get their full complement out there. The man-up is now officially over. So Malvern Prep 0 for 2 on the man-up. 20 seconds to work in the quarter. Core comes around, underhand shot, and he scores. That's a great look by Zachary Core. 16.2 seconds to go in the second. And LaSalle ends the 7-goal run for Malvern Prep. It's now 7-4. So this game has been a game of runs. LaSalle scored the first 3. Malvern Prep the next 7. And now 1 here for LaSalle, who haven't won a draw all quarter. Rowan Cabo and Almonte have won all 5. Might be a change here. Face-off-wise, I think that's Griffin Zobel, the long stick, taking the draw against Rowan Cabo Almonte. No reason to take him out of this situation. He's been hot. Nice win, though, by Zobel. So 2 runs ended there. And maybe the Explorers can get one more to pull within 2. Only 6 seconds to work. Trying to power his way through. Makaitis goes to his left. Now back to his right. 2 seconds. Got to get a shot off. Spins. And he can't get it off. Well, temper's flaring a little bit. That makes it that much more fun for a entertaining second half of play as LaSalle right back into this one. Down by 3 here at the break. We'll take the break as well. We'll be back with third quarter action in just a few minutes. You're watching Malvern Prep Lacrosse here on the Sports Fan Base Network.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome to Granite Run Buick GMC. Here's what some of our customers have to say.
There's more of a family atmosphere here.
Thank you, Granite Run.
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 If you're in the market for a new car or truck, do what I did. Go see my friend Ryan Irish and his team at Granite Run Buick GMC. These guys are the best.
And that's why we welcome you to Granite Run.
Visit us in person or online at graniterun.com.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome to Granite Run Buick GMC. Here's what some of our customers have to say.
There's more of a family atmosphere here.
Thank you, Granite Run.
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 If you're in the market for a new car or truck, do what I did. Go see my friend Ryan Irish and his team at Granite Run Buick GMC. These guys are the best.
And that's why we welcome you to Granite Run.
Visit us in person or online at graniterun.com.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from the campus of Malvern Prep here in Malvern, Pennsylvania. About to start third quarter action. Malvern Prep leads LaSalle by a score of 7-4 in our final Malvern Prep Lacrosse broadcast of the season. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Time to go through a quick scoring recap. First for Malvern Prep, Colin McGill and Evan Waite have 2 goals each. Cade Zostak, Will Payton, and Nicholas Potemski have 1 each for the Friars. For LaSalle, Shane Osborne has 2, Christopher Makaitis has 1, and Zachary Kaur has 1 as well. It's been a game of runs. LaSalle had a 3-0 lead. Then Malvern Prep scored 7 in a row to make it 7-3. Then LaSalle scored the last goal of the second quarter. As Malvern Prep at one point had a 2-man advantage, but they could not convert on either penalty. So they are 0 for 2 on the man, while LaSalle has yet to have the advantage. And as far as faceoffs are concerned, Malvern Prep controlling that category 8-4. Malvern Prep in the white. LaSalle is in the blue as we switch sides once again. Doesn't look like there's any change between the pipes. You'd think there would be with Malvern Prep with 3 seniors and all of them commits. But William Pettit has played the lion's share. While Christian Suter still in goal for LaSalle. So here we go. Towards the end of that second quarter, LaSalle had a late opportunity on Cage. There was some pushing and shoving, so the intensity picking up as Rowan Cabahug Almonte wins it between his legs, but that's actually a face-off loss for him, as it will be LaSalle ball. Maybe there's a such thing of winning a draw too cleanly, as here's Zachary Core. And the last goal at the end, or towards the end of the second quarter. Nice play from behind the cage and just tucked it home. And keep in mind, whistles you may hear may not involve this game. The JV game is to our right. That's in the fourth quarter with Malvern Prep leading 5-2. But right here on the main stage, 7-4 lead for the Friars. They look to close out their home schedule. Powering his way through, Shane Osborne looking for the hat trick, but a good switch defensively by Timothy Mitchell. Turns, fires, that goes wide, but easily backed up by William Vandegrift. Didn't even bother running, just kind of put a stick back. Yeah, I'm here. So it stays Explorer ball. Daniel Malley back behind, trying to work his way through. Jake Brownlee dumped on back for Core. Wanted to tee it up, but didn't have the greatest angles. So just thought better of it. Now he'll try to come out in front. Takes a shot and he missed. The backup. Oh, it is barely won by LaSalle. Shane Osborne was there, but very close was Max Jogerst. I certainly would have been surprised if the goal if the officials pointed the other way, but it does stay Explorer ball. Shane Osborne. Double team at X. Good switch. Now Vandegrift trying to sweep to his right. High pass from Malley over his head. Heading towards the line, and it will be Malvern Prep ball. 10:20 to go here, third quarter. 7-4 Malvern Prep. Matthew Irvine takes it over the line. Turnaround shot, scores! Oh, nestling right there in front of the crease was Matthew Civitella and just rolled it home. 8-4 Malvern Prep. A little bit of a surprise there. There's been a couple of those. Probably about 8 to 10 yards away from the top of the crease. Those little quick turnaround shots. And low. Christian Suter not able to get the cross down. So an 8-4 lead for Malvern Prep. And back in taking the draw for LaSalle is John Giuliani. Griffin Zobel taking the last couple for the Explorers. Ball still down. Thought there was possession, but not yet. Finally taken over by Malvern Prep. Under some pressure, though. Comes over now for Ryan Iacone. Heading to Duchesne, but he's going for football. As he will high step his way over the 40-yard line, so to speak. And now he'll slow it down for Matthew Civitella and come off. Good work on the ground ball by Ryan Iacone from nearby Westchester, Pennsylvania. Evan Lotz at the far side. Gets it back from Payton. And playing that center midi position is Cade Zostek. He's actually an attackman, or listed as such. Lotz has it now. Back for Zostek. Tries near side, but way outside of Civitella. And he'll be pushed away further by Rondo. Payton back behind an X. All the way around for Lotz. Nice head fake. Fires, but blocked. That is backed up. Good job getting a stick in the way by Christopher Makaitis. He's done a good job on both ends of the field at the midi position. So here's Payton. Stutter step. Push away there by Kurt Westner. Malvern Prep going to stay patient, though. Back up for Civitella. He'll try near side for Zostek. Zostek, a lot of room to run. Good switch. Absorbs a hard chop from Rondo. Zostek against Rondo. Trying to get free of the long stick. Far side for Civitella. And now for Lotz. Malvern Prep slowing it down, but staying with the possession and rather the pressure. It's Christopher Makaitis. Nice look near side. Civitella for Payton. Back behind. Turnaround shot, and he scores! Colin McGill just snuck in from behind an X. He scores his third of the game. 8:11 to go in the third. It's now 9-4 Malvern Prep. Just a quick whip around the left side. And Suter just came off the post enough. And he tucked it in. So nice start to the quarter for Malvern Prep. They've scored 2 straight. And back in to take the draw for the LaSalle is Zobel. Rowan Cabo-Almonte wins it cleanly. And normally, I wouldn't say he shares duties, but takes 2 out of 3 draws with Michael Veringer. But we haven't seen Veringer in this one. You don't take out the hot hand. Pretty simple. As Jack Jogers controls. Now here for Evan Wheat. Far side for Houston. Houston to his left. Not a great angle. Back behind. Payton comes out in front. Low shot save. Spinning ball taken over by Rivera, and he'll start the fast break. Benjamin Rivera with the long stick. Nice look up ahead for Osborne. Osborne trying to spin through, but good defensive responsibility from the Friars. Transition D, very important. So now Osborne forced back. Drops it for Kyle Cullen. And over for Robert Foster. And midi substitutions completed by LaSalle. Mark Huntley going to his left. Pushed away towards the sideline by Ryan Iacone. Iacone staying with him, step for step. Stops trying to spin out in front. Good switch. Pass back, but Malley was pinching. And then it'll go over the center line. It'll be offside, and it will be Malvern Prep ball. Over and back violation, so to speak. I have a newer rule in lacrosse, and I'll age myself back when I played in the late 80s. That wasn't a rule. But now they kind of adopted the indoor rule. Good CT and pickup by Rondo. As losing his stick was Colin McGill. So now on the rush, here's Castle. Castle looking for help out in front, instead forced wide. Malley trying to spin his way out in front. Correction, that's Makaitis. Flag flies, and a delayed penalty here against Malvern Prep. Unlike in hockey where you can pull the goalkeeper for such a situation. Can't do it here, so it does stay 6-on-6. Nice look. Shot save by Pettit. Little side armor by Zachary Core. Can't get it to go. 6:09 left to go here in the third quarter. Malvern Prep up by 5, but they're going man down for the first time. It'll be a 1-minute cross check on Evan Wheat. So 6-on-5 in favor of LaSalle for a minute. And now another flag flies. Well, let's see if something interesting was said by the bench. So a misconduct penalty and on top of it for 30 seconds. And coming on all the way over was the keeper, Colin Corrigan. I don't think he needs to really serve it. So this is intriguing. 6-4 advantage. And a huge opportunity for the Explorers to get back on the board. Really shrink the defensive box. Move the ball around. Keep the goalie moving. See if they can tuck one home here. Shot from the outside. Scores! Shane Osborne goes low to high Third goal of the game on the two-man advantage. And it's now 9-5 Malvern Prep. The good news for LaSalle is they scored early enough in that two-man advantage that they'll still have the one-man advantage. At least I believe so. But maybe not. I may have misread what the officials were talking about there. I thought there was another penalty. So it's even up. Oh, you know what? It was 1 second after the 30-second penalty elapsed. So it was a 6-on-5 goal. But a face-off win for Malvern Prep. It's a 9-5 game. Malvern Prep with the ball and tossed up ahead to the far side corner for Potemski. He goes back behind the X. Potemski all the way back for Lotz. Lotz to his right, spins left, tries a left-handed pass back behind now for Payton. Thought it might have been a shot. Payton near side for McGill. Sharp angle, spins, absorbs the contact, tries the underhand shot. It goes high, but it's out of play and backed up by Malvern Prep. Restart now as Payton dumps it over for Lotz and all the way back up top for Civitella. Around for Zostek. Zostek isolates. Goes to his left. Shane Castle tries to stay with him. Nice switch. Bounced over near side. McGill. Back for Potemski. Looks out in front. And we have a push. And it will stay Malvern Prep ball. That's a huge break for the Friars. LaSalle's about to go the other way, but again, loose ball push. And again, Malvern Prep retains possession. 9-5 lead, under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Evan Lotz with it. He'll find room, but he'll go goal line extended. Back behind for Payton. Tries to go up top for Zostek. And then eventually work for Civitella. Isolating against Makaitis. Sweeps to his right. High pass off the cross of Zostek. Still battling on the far side. Dylan Malik. Ball down. Ooh, bit of a late check. And let's see who gets awarded possession. Late ball, loose ball push. LaSalle ball. That's good defensive work by the Explorers. Again, desperate to try to get back into this one. 4:20 left to go in the third quarter. Down by 4. They just get over the center line. Kyle Cullen finds himself by himself. Dump back, though, for Makaitis. Tries for Foster, and he'll slow down the offense. Jogs back behind at X. Goaltender William Pettit barking out the positioning. So one thing about goaltending you may not know about, you may not be able to hear it, but you certainly know about it if you know the game, is this out of the cross of Osborne. Part of the goaltender's job is to bark out where the ball is because, again, so much movement out there. Got to keep your head on a swivel as a defenseman, but not always able to see the ball. Most of the time you're keeping an eye on your man, so you keep your ears open for the positioning of the ball. So here's Kyle Cullen trying to power his way out in front. Good job pushing him away from the crease by Civitella. Here's side Daniel Malley. Haven't heard much from his brother Brett. Looking on the bench for LaSalle. I don't think I see him there. Hopefully he's all right. Defenseman senior, and he's heading to Yale. So if he's not playing in this game, that is a pretty huge loss. This shot comes in, but it's backed up. Good opportunity there from Shane Osborne looking for his fourth of the game. 2:57 to go third quarter. It stays 9-5 Malvern Prep. Back behind Malley. Daniel Malley. Good switch. High pass out of the cross of Makaitis. Under pressure. Trying to rake it forward with Brownlee. Still loose. As it's finally scooped up by Brownlee. He'll get the CT. Actually, no CT there, but there will be the ground ball for Brownlee. Malvern Prep, I think they were so concerned about having the right number of players on the right side of the field that slowed down their fast break progress. Best to be sure. Don't want to give up a turnover like that. So here's Evan Waite to the right. Looking to the crease, has nothing. Back behind, off the cross of Potemski, LaSalle ball. 2:08 left to go here in the third. Couple of turnovers on each side in this quarter, so not exactly the cleanest play. Castle gets over the center line. Castle draws the double team and gets the pass over for Pinto. Pinto all the way on the far side. Touches the box and circles away. Back now, Lazarus. Now Pinto again. Tossed up now for Zachary Kaur. Goal line extended against Max Jogerst. He isolates, gets a little pick. Jogerst stays with him. Try a little isolation play again. He'll cut back up top, but nothing there. And Jack Jogerst this time stays with him. Little stick check. Goes right into the Jogerst brothers. And eventually picked up by Jack. That's good defensive work by the Friars. Now they'll try to clear out. Up the middle, Jack Jogerst gets over the center line, but is met there by a couple of whacks by Lazarus, but he fights through it, dumps over now for Mitchell. Back behind the decks, here's Potemski. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Potemski trying to get out in front. Pushed away, though, by Benjamin Rivera. Here's Houston. Back for Evan Waite. Houston far side. 37 seconds to go in the period. Nice look across for Waite. Waite fires and scores! Made no pretense about where he was going with that one. He was going high as he chucks it underneath the crossbar. Third goal of the game, and it's 10-5 Friars. Sometimes as a goalkeeper, the first reaction is to bring the stick down, look for the bounce shot. But that little bit of a nudge, that little bit of a fidget, flinch, if you will. We'll bring the stick down a little bit, and that'll be just enough to get underneath the crossbar. Something we've seen a few times in this one. As it's now 30 seconds left. Another draw. This one not won cleanly, not won yet. Ooh, unable to scoop it up there was Griffin Zobel. Still loose, no possession. Finally picked up by Malvern Prep. Oh, pressure put on is getting decked was Pettit by Kaur. Now, it's the danger you have with coming out of the crease. 5 seconds left. Last chance here for the Friars. Trying to power their way out in front. Payton back behind. Lost possession of the back of the cage, and that will do it for the third quarter. So we head to the fourth. Malvern Prep leading 10-5. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment here on the Sports Fanbase Network.
Welcome to Granite Run Buick GMC. Here's what some of our customers have to say.
It's more of a family atmosphere here.
Thank you, Granite Run.
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 If you're in the market for a new car or truck, do what I did. Go see my friend Ryan Irish and his team at Granite Run Buick GMC. These guys are the best.
And that's why we welcome you to Granite Run.
Visit us in person or online at graniterun.com.
Fans, you looking for a way to keep your kids active and engaged this summer? Malvern offers day camps for kids ages 6 to 14, located on our beautiful 103-acre campus. Our camps include arts and crafts, group games, fitness, movies, and swimming. Lunch is included. Before and after care is available. For more information and to register, visit malvernprep.org/summer. Coming to you from Quigley Stadium on the campus of Malvern Prep School in Pennsylvania. And about to start fourth quarter, Malvern Prep doubling up LaSalle College High School by a score of 10-5. We switch sides. Malvern Prep in the white going right to left in your screen. LaSalle in the blue going left to right. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us for our final Malvern Prep broadcast of the season. But that's not it for prep school or high school lacrosse. Coming up next week, we will have the Interact semifinals and finals. That is a week from Friday will be the semifinals. Then on May 21st, we'll have the championship game. All coming to you from Cabrini University in Radnor as Rowan Cabo-Almonte wins another draw for Malvern Prep. And a quick restart. Near side of the cage. Shot off the post. Great pass by Payton. Pretty much caught Potemski winding up. But he hits iron. So again, that Interact semifinals and finals coming up next week here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Hope you can tune in. Or come on out to Cabrini University. Give us a nice atmosphere. We'll have some seriously good lacrosse that week. That's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to calling those games. Colin Houston will move up. Up by 5. Nice cut. Pass was low, though. And easily scooped up by Zobel. Big turnover there because, again, LaSalle trying to get back into this game. A lot of time, but not too much. Again, down by 5 is certainly doable in one quarter. They'll need to be close to perfect. Well, thought about the shot outside was Malley. He gets it back from Osborne. But Daniel Malley will isolate here against Jake Brownlee. And a turnover. It'll be Malvern Prep ball. Didn't see what the infraction was. I think he may have... Well, I'm not sure what he did, to be honest with you, so let's not guess. One trick about lacrosse. It's a quick restart. Sometimes the officials, they flash the signal real quick, and then they move on. As we must do, as Payton has it back behind the cage. And right now, if you're Malvern Prep, it's all about killing some clock here. As a shot comes in and a save. Well, so what do I know? Evan Lotz found himself pretty much tiptoeing the crease. But a nice stop by Suter. Loose ball push, and it will be LaSalle ball. I'm not sure if it was a push or the ball ended up out of play. Either way, LaSalle has possession. Low pass, in and out of the cross of Makaitis, and taken right back by Prep. They'll start another fast break. Fake shot to Potemski, and he'll circle back again. Up by 5, now 10 minutes to go. In the fourth quarter, no reason to rush. And if you're going to get an opportunity on cage and a very clean one, know you're going to score, then, or confident you're going to score, then you take it. But shots from the outside, not necessary. But this one comes in and it's blocked out in front. Low shot by Lotz, and I believe it hit off a defenseman. I think it was Benjamin Rivera. The trick usually is find the defenseman who's limping a little bit when those shots come in hot and heavy like that. But it doesn't look like anyone is worse for the wear, but it will be LaSalle ball. Again, a couple of, wouldn't call that a turnover per se, but certainly loss of possession without a goal by the Friars. They all saw a fast break shot way high by Lazis. Got underneath that one. It is backed up, though, by the Explorers. Just a little bit too much muscle and excitement on that one. You know, it's going to take a lot to get past Pettit, the future North Carolina Tar Heel. So here's Osborne. Has 3 goals on the game to lead the way for the Explorers. They trail by 5, heading down to 9:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Makaitis will slow it down back here for Vandergrift. He'll circle away. Thought about the pass across. That takes it up himself. Spins to his left. Hands free. Cuts inside. Takes a shot and he scores. That is a really nice individual effort by William Vandergrift. So it looked like he went right between the legs of William Pettit. LaSalle pulls within 4. It's 10-6. And this is where face-off control will be huge. Coming into the quarter, and we'll add the first face-off of the fourth. It's 12-5 at the Center X in favor of Malvern Prep. John Giuliani takes the draw against Rowan Cabo-Almonte. And Almonte has been very good to hold, and it will be Malvern Prep ball. So that's an easy way to slow down the momentum of the team it's trailing. Just win the draw and keep passing it around for a couple minutes. But you also have to keep an eye on potential stalls. So here's Houston. Cuts and takes a shot, bounces it wide. He tried to look near side low. It is backed up, though. And it'll stay Friar ball. Lots now for Zostek. Off the hip of Lots on a low pass, but he's able to find the ground ball and dump it back for Houston. Seen a couple of those from Malvern Prep. Whenever their passes kind of get away from them, they do a pretty good job of knocking it down at least. Houston trying to cut to the middle. Back now for Lots. Heading down under 8 minutes to go in regulation. Lots steps up. All the way across for Houston. Fires, he bounces it wide. But it is backed up by Colin McGill, barely. The keeper Suter did a good job chasing to the end line. But McGill just got there ahead of him. McGill met there by Wessner. Tiptoeing the line, and he is... Oh, it's going to call timeout. That is a good timeout call by Malvern Prep. Very smart. Again, recognizing the potential loss of possession. 4-goal game. It's still plenty of time. Although LaSalle's going to have to hurry. Certainly don't want to hand them possession if you can help it. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment here on the Sports Fanbase Network.
Welcome to Granite Run Buick GMC. Here's what some of our customers have to say.
There's more of a family atmosphere here.
Thank you, Granite Run.
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 If you're in the market for a new car or truck, do what I did. Go see my friend Ryan Irish and his team at Granite Run Buick GMC. These guys are the best.
And that's why we welcome you to Granite Run.
Visit us in person or online at graniterun.com.
Seven minutes, 40 seconds to go, fourth quarter. It'll be Malvern Prep ball back behind their own cage. Actually, they'll move it to the near side. Very smart timeout called by the Friars. They were about to tiptoe their way out of play and give up the ball. But Malvern Prep retains possession. 10-6 lead over LaSalle to close out the home schedule. And very much looking forward to conference action. Both of these teams are. They're passing the ball around, but they haven't started play yet. I think they're just trying to decide where the ball should go. Taken out here by Zostek, and he will find room pretty much on the near side. Tries to power his way in. Bit of a high push on him by Makaitis. Back behind McGill. Civitella. And he'll skip his way back. Gets the pick. But a nice switch, Makaitis. Far side Lots. And back for Zostek. Zostek sweeps to his left. Draws a double. Low pass for Lots. Back over for Civitella. Civitella for McGill. Under 7 minutes to go. with Malvern Prep leading by 4. Lots heading to Lafayette next year. He'll try to go near side, switches to the right, takes a shot, bounce, save. Rebound is still loose. And it is scooped up, loose ball push. It'll stay Malvern Prep ball. Suter tried to rake it back in. And that is a huge decision. Stays Friar ball. Again, they're up by 4. 6.5 left in the game. Here's Waite. Back for Houston. And worked all the way around for Jack Jogerst. Jogerst trying to running back his way through. Spins to his left, draws a double, dump back for Houston. Houston, high pass for Waite. Steps inside the box. Goes to his left. Now back behind Potemski. No help in cutters, so near side for Waite again. Very patient offensive set once again. Jogerst moving in. Tries to power through and does. Dumps it back behind to X. Payton slips, keeps possession. Flag flies. Here's Houston. And again, really no rush for Malvern Prep to do anything. 5:40 to go fourth quarter, up by 4. Colin McGill with 3 on the game. Evan Waite has 3 as well to lead the way for the Friars. Again, delayed penalty. Here's Waite. Inside the box. Nice look out in front. Pokes it, he scores. Good quick stick by Colin McGill. That was a brilliant pass by Potemski. Right into his cross. McGill just tapped it home for his 4th of the game. 5:20 to go in the 4th. It's now 11-6. So the penalty gets wiped out. But you'll take that result every single time if you're Malvern Prep. And now, with 5:20 left to go in the 4th quarter, every draw is now huge for LaSalle. You have to score a goal a minute to force overtime. Connor Helm will come in and take the draw. I think this is his first draw of the game for LaSalle. Rowan Cabo-Almonte has been monstrous in this one. He's taking every single one. He's won 13 of 18, and he wins this one as well and gets the possession. Nice, quick, fast break. Side of the cage, looking for cutters, but Potemski doesn't force it. And back now for Payton. Payton trying to circle his way in. Good switch. And a flag flies as Payton got slashed in the back. So they draw another potential penalty here. Potemski has it back behind an X. Isolates against Rivera, who I believe is the guilty party. Back down for Civitella. And worked around for Lots. Nice chop there by Rondo. And LaSalle might need to get desperate here. And right now, if you're Malvern Prep, just play catch. Here's Civitella. Here's Payton. Lots. And now again, Payton. Here's Lots. And no rush here for Malvern Prep. Lots once again for McGill. Back for Lots. They're just keeping it with the middies, to be honest with you. Lots. O'Connor. Payton tries to spin his way. He goes back behind the cage. And eventually worked back down for O'Connor. First time we've called his name. Keegan O'Connor. As they were about to call a stall there, so once it came outside the box, they stopped play. Very quick stall. Warning. The first one I've seen all season. Bottom line is Malvern Prep will go on the man up for the 3rd time. I'd say they killed about a minute and a half there on the delayed penalty. Didn't see the officials make the call. I believe it was a 1 minute. Taking a knee for LaSalle is Kurt Wessner. Yeah, my guess is a minute because and remember way back when the penalty actually happened, I think it was a slash. Stall warning already in effect. So we got to keep it inside the blue lines, the restraining box, if you will. Should be simpler to do with the man up. LaSalle really not pressing. They're keeping pretty much all 5 guys within 15 yards of the crease. And down by 5, 3 minutes to go. And 30 seconds left to go in the man up for Malvern Prep. And very patient again, not so concerned about scoring on the man up. Man up has about 10 seconds left. It'll release at the 2:22 mark, and it releases now. So Malvern Prep 0 for 3. Yeah, they've got to keep it inside the restraining box. Stall warning is in effect. But you don't see in the college game anymore because of the shot clock, but they don't have the shot clock at the high school level. Bit of a double team. Dropped off for lots. Malvern Prep does a good job maintaining possession as LaSalle expect them to start to push a little more. Under 2 minutes to go. Basically, it's 5-on-5. Or 5-on-6, rather. Malvern Prep is elected to keep a long stick midi lurking towards the center line to avoid any fast breaks. Ball down, flag flies. So it'll be another man-up situation for Malvern Prep. 1:37 left to go. Well, maybe it's against Malvern Prep. Let's take a look here. See what the official decides. It'll be a minute's last against LaSalle. So that'll release the 37-second mark. As it looks like Chase Rondo, wearing number 13, the senior, will be the one to take the knee. Officials aren't exactly militant about the players taking a knee in the correct spot. As long as you're somewhat close, they don't care. Makes it more interesting for us broadcaster types. At least in hockey, you look inside the penalty box, you see who it is. Malvern Prep again, 4th man up again. Stall warning in effect, most likely will be every time Malvern Prep has possession. And I would guess they'll try to keep possession for the rest of the game and come away with yet another victory. It would be 8 in a row. LaSalle trying desperately to avoid losing or breaking a 5-game winning streak, but turned over and LaSalle will have possession. They are a man down, but again, expect them to get desperate and move it quickly. Lazis goes to his left. Stick knocked out of his hand as Timothy Mitchell gets the CT. Man up still applies. Rushton. And they haven't gone inside the restraining box yet. They'll wait until the last second before they do that. They do. And I don't see the stall warning up. High pass. Payton keeps it alive. I think LaSalle had one few defensemen out there. They actually had 6-on-4 for a little while. The man up has expired. I believe it had. And a legal pick will be called. LaSalle ball, but that's going to be a moot point. We're down to 15 seconds to go. Rushton got the CT, but I believe timeout may have been called. Officials will get together on this. Well, they didn't like where he started from. And with these quick restarts, they want to get the positioning right, and sometimes players jump the gun. LaSalle, flag flies right after the restart. Looks like Malvern might be guilty of an offside. So taking the knee will be Matthew Civitella. LaSalle will go to the man up for just the second time. They're 1 for 1. 10 seconds left to go, though. So they'll try to get one last shot.
Let's go, D!
And they'll take a timeout. Yeah, with 10.6 seconds to go fourth quarter. Not going to have much in the way of a change in the result of this game, but chance to work on the man up, as again, not only is Malvern Prep heading towards the playoffs, same goes for LaSalle, so they want to see if they can, you know what, maybe they'll say, you know what, let's pretend it's 11-10, we need one more goal to force overtime, let's see what we can do here. A situation they may see in the playoffs. Same goes for Malvern Prep. But again, this one looks like it is over. A 5-goal lead for Malvern Prep. They are going to win their 8th in a row, move to 13-5 on the year. While LaSalle's 5-game winning streak will go by the wayside. They will drop to 12-5 on the season. Workmanlike performance, even though it was a slow start from Malvern Prep. They were down 3-0. Then scored 7 straight, pull away to 7-3. It was 7-4 at the half. But Malvern Prep pulled away in the third quarter. We've kind of been coasting since. So this is a man up. 10.6 left to go. Possession on the near side. Robert Foster, who's heading to Tampa to play collegiately. They'll set up a quick play. Pass towards the crease. It gets away from Core. It'll be Malvern Prep ball. 6 seconds left to go. Picked up by Pettit. They'll restart, and we'll watch the clock finish as Malvern Prep has completed their home schedule. They defeat LaSalle. Final score 11-6. Goal scoring recap. As Malvern Prep's Colin McGill led the way with 4 goals. Evan Waite had 3. Cade Sostek, Nicholas Potemski, Matthew Civitella, and Will Payton had 1 each. For LaSalle, Shane Osborne had 3. Christopher Makaitis, William Vandegrift, and Zachary Core had a 1 goal each. LaSalle finishes 1 for 2 on the man up. Malvern Prep, they finish 0 for 4. And in the face-off dot, Malvern Prep dominated 14-5. So as we mentioned, Malvern Prep now winners of 8 in a row, 13-5 record. LaSalle, they dropped to 12-5 on the year. Next up for LaSalle, they won't play again until Monday, as they'll be at home to close out their home schedule against New Jersey's St. Augustine Prep. Again, that's coming up on Monday for LaSalle. Next up for Malvern Prep, Friday on the road at Springside Chestnut Hill Academy before they open the Interact playoffs on Tuesday. They'll most likely, I would think they'd host. I think they're going to be one of the top 2 teams in the conference. Speaking of the Interact, we'll have coverage of the semifinals next Friday and the finals on May 21st. So we'll come to you from Cabrini University in Radnor on both days. So the semifinals, a week from Friday, will be a 5 p.m. start. And then the finals on May 21st, the Tuesday night, that'll be a 7 p.m. start over at Cabrini. So thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. For all of us here at Malvern Prep School in Malvern, Pennsylvania, this is Tom Wilms saying thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you real soon.